promise nothing. And hello everybody, welcome to live watch along. Chelsea versus Juve. We're gonna have fun today. We're gonna have fun.
We were just looking, weren't we, at the lights off in the stadium. They were playing some like
having a bit of fun. We're gonna have a good time. Chelsea gonna get 3 points. We're gonna be happy dory. It's gonna be a great day.
I've played at that stadium a few times, so I know.
It's gonna be great. Oh, we're gonna have so much fun.
Historia song that they sing, so it's a big game.
Fun times, folks. Big up the Blues. Let's go and get the 3 points. Let's go and get the win. Big them up.
This is probably the best time to play Juventus for Chelsea. A big stat where 20 games without a clean sheet. I think Chelsea have got to be confident. They're back.
We have to be confident. We've got Lukaku up front who's going to bang in the goal, and we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a very good time.
What's key for you?
Well, lads!
Getting back on the horse, getting back on it, but it's nights like these, Jake, you see them images that make me pine for playing football. Really? I would give my right arm to be out there walking out and playing in that atmosphere at that stadium. Chelsea need to get back on the horse, back playing the same system, play through the lines. Big game for Havertz. I expect him to start his campaign off tonight. And look at that. Look, I'd love to be there playing tonight.
I'd have to say, my body is right over there.
This is what it's about. Big stadium, big team, big players.
I don't have to say hi to you.
Tuchel will be looking for a reaction. I said it earlier.
Come on, boys!
I think that's one of the main things we're looking for, a reaction, a performance, but most importantly, a result from his team today. And they're going to have to defend well. There's pace in the front and wide areas for this Juventus side, but listen, I think Chelsea will get the result they need.
Oh, we will. I guarantee.
A quick reminder, you can see our highlight show, Champions League tonight from 10:30 right here. But for now, let's hand you over to Glenn Hoddle and Darren Fletcher in that cacophony of noise out there this evening. All yours, gentlemen.
Here we go, boys. Watch Chelsea.
It's fantastic here. The European champions are all set.
Let's go and get the job done today.
For the first time in 9 years, and just like 2012.
Go on, Big Rob.
As the holders, it's a champions.
And funnily enough, it's sponsored by Trivago. We're all going on holiday with Chelsea and Trivago.
Helping the winners into the last 16.
Champions. That's what we are. We're champions, so we're having a great day. So, let's get ready for a barnstorming victory today. I'm going to say fingers crossed. I'm nervous. Come on, lads. Show your passion. Now let's do this. Oh, oi. He's right there being an absolute thing. Who is your guest tonight? My guest is here, but he's just out of shot. Just keep an eye on. So the team for you guys today is the team for Chelsea will be Mendy in goal. You got Christensen, Thiago Silva, Rudiger, Azpilicueta as captain, Jorginho, Kovacic, Alonso, Ziyech, Havertz, Lukaku on the bench, Kepa, Bertinelli, Chilwell, Chalobah, Sarr, Bartley, Loftus-Cheek, Salou, Hudson-Odoi and Timo Werner. That's your team to play Juventus today, and hopefully you get the win. And now I can relax and enjoy. And now get ready for more stress. I'm trying to just have a happy day. Come on, boys. Let's go and get the job done. Today.
Thiago starts in defence. Havertz and Ziyech further forward.
I didn't. No, we haven't got Kante. If you guys have heard, we haven't got Kante. C word. Can't say the C word. Which is COVID. Can't say COVID. Right, I did it madly quietly. Come on, Big Rom.
It's a great stadium to watch a game in. It's designed Sunday's defeat to Manchester City, Chelsea start to the season.
Don't remind me. I don't want to be reminded by sorrows of that game. That game was more stressful than not.
They've conceded too many goals, haven't held on to leads, and until they beat Sampdoria on Sunday, we're in the bottom 3 in Serie A.
Well, boys.
It all means that Chelsea are the favourites tonight, and there's real pressure on the Juve players as the players
Here we go.
inside the stadium, and it's a shame to say there are 1 or 2 boos from the supporters.
Yeah, he is, but
with a
he's gonna be.
smattering of applause.
He's just helping out. He's my guess, but I'm just gonna be here. He's going to be helping out by doing stuff like chat-wise.
Black and white stripes of Juventus. It's a fascinating game, this one, Glenn.
Because we haven't got a lot. If you think about it, there's not a lot space-wise, and we kick off. We get on the way. Let's go get the win today. Come on, you Blues! Woo! Try and be positive. Let's go! Come on, boys. Keep going. I'm just partying, man. I'm just vibing.
Sampdoria, Sunday's win was tainted by the injuries to Paulo Dybala and Alvaro Morata,
Come
which
on.
left them short up front, and holding on to leads and keeping clean sheets have been their big problems in general so far in the early weeks.
Come on, boys.
Allegri. Here's Kovacic.
Oh, why make that pass for you? That you foul, referee, you absolute. Go back to H.
And he's won the first free kick of the game.
He's playing a little bit more forward, isn't he, tonight in that wing position? He has played right back, but it is a foul, isn't it, early doors?
I do have a guest on here, it's just that the space that I have is not that big. So we're unable to fit both of us here because the gaps, the space is not that big.
Who's in the centre of the Juventus midfield.
He's offside!
Ball in here to Bernardeschi in the
Thank you! He was offside.
At the outset that he was offside, Glenn,
I went a
these
bit.
days you've just
Yeah.
got to take your time and wait for the flag.
Yeah, I think that.
He's also camera shy.
Got it just right there. I mean, he knew he was offside. It was tight, but when it is tight like that, I think they're allowed to play on.
Yeah, he put fair enough.
There's no support for that player. Put the flag up early. Sometimes they're going
So he's
on
just.
too long, aren't they, Dan?
So what he's doing is he's just keeping an eye on stuff, but doing other things himself, and then he's also just keeping an eye on chat-wise. Come on, challenge! Well done. Well done, Christensen.
That's good work over there for Chelsea by Christensen.
Oh, what a tackle that was. Timed it to perfection, Christensen.
He's the one they've got to keep a really close eye on tonight. There is the Federico Chiesa, who was a really good performer.
I will say this, that guy ripping him from limb, take out his legs, because I hate the idiot. That's a
with the first ball in, which is too high for Lukaku and headed away by Danilo.
Go on!
Kovacic with a chance to shoot.
For God's sake.
Very comfortable save for Wojciech Szczesny, who missed the weekend win against Sampdoria, but Allegri was happy to announce he was starting in the press conference yesterday.
Yeah, he's got to do better there, Kovacic. You know, that ball edge of the box is a midfield player, experienced midfield player. Hitting the target or something.
Oh, I love that. Come on. We want to be as happy as possible today, but...
Just looking at the Juventus shape at the moment, Glenn, it's Bernardeschi through the middle, Chiesa off the left and Quadrado on the right, then 3 in midfield. They'll have to work hard for Juve tonight.
This is not me trying to curse anything, but we've never won on my birthday.
They need to just do what they're doing. They're going to get behind the ball and
Yeah, true.
Never
won. Never won on my birthday. Never won.
It's a really difficult night for you.
So, this could be a first.
Ziyech is one of 3 changes.
Keep going, keep going.
Chelsea this evening,
Why go?
supported by Alonso.
Why go?
Now Kovacic.
Go backwards when we're supposed to be going forwards.
And now Christensen.
Oh, man.
Jorginho.
Come on, keep passing the ball, keep passing the ball. Oh, that's a good play.
Alonso
Put it in the
able to
box.
get some space here
Put it in
for
the box.
Hakim Ziyech. He could have had ball either that
Fish!
just took Szczesny a little bit of
Why
time
to the
to work
keeper,
out.
man?
They've been building up that midfield battle in the Italian media this morning. Locatelli against Jorginho as master versus pupil. 2 players who are in the same Italian midfield in the
Come on.
summer. And Jorginho very much the senior man in that team, but Locatelli's the one for the future.
It's like problem for those deep players that in that midfield for Juve is that they've got Havertz and Ziyech just off their shoulder. They're not one.
Come on, boys!
Problem. Do they go and press press those two, Kovacic and Jorginho, or do they stay back and mark those players in the pockets?
Juventus have a throw in about. Oh, just a slight over 4 minutes played. Chelsea nil, Juventus nil.
He's not quite sure what's gone wrong over the past couple of years while he's been away, but he certainly seems as though he's got his work cut out to get them back to where they were.
Come on, boys! Come on, Chelsea!
Ronaldo, isn't it?
Delict over there ahead of Havertz.
Keep pressurising, keep pressurising. Well done, Ziyech. Ziyech, that's a foul! Ref! He was just charging for the ball.
Chelsea are playing in Italy for the 11th time tonight. Their only win was in Rome against Lazio 18 years ago, but they won 6 out of 7 games away from Stamford Bridge in the Champions League last season, including the final in Porto. And
we just need to keep playing the way we are and just keep going for it.
Was a key to them winning the competition.
You just see Ziyech there giving the foul away, but I like his intent tonight. He looks sharp. He looks as if he wants to go out there tonight.
This looks like we got a team that's going to go for it today.
Really hurt Juventus.
And the good thing is we need to try and make it that we make up for the blip at the weekend against Man City and bounce back with a good result. Even if we lose this, but we play well, at least I'll be happy. If we play with passion and play with heart, and we end up just losing to the better side, I'll still be happy because at least we show passion.
Alongside Jorginho with recovering from COVID. Alonso to Ziyech.
Love it, right? Go on, shoot! Go on! Shoot. Put it in the box. Go on, come on!
And then headed behind by Danilo at the near post there to get it behind.
Go on, Chelsea!
The Chelsea corner.
Come on, get something in the box. Get a blue head on it. Someone in blue, get head onto it.
Juventus are having a problem there. They've got spare men everywhere, Chelsea, and they're finding it hard to close them.
Come on, someone in blue, get your head onto the ball. Someone in blue, get your head onto the ball.
Antonio Rudiger and Thiago Silva.
Come on.
And Marcos Alonso has come out to take the corner, which he pulls back.
Oh! Oh, look at you, look at Lukaku!
And despite it coming through the crowd, Chesney did well to hold on to it.
Yeah, off the training ground, clever corner really, but
come on, boys!
Fancied him to get a better contact. Didn't get the contact, but clever. I would imagine Juve now have seen that, and they won't allow them to do that again during this.
Ref!
The looks over there with a challenge on Kai Havertz. And then the sloppy play by Alexandro. I think they've been a little bit taken aback here, Juventus, by the start that Chelsea have made.
Yeah, they've come out the traps well.
Come on, Chelsea!
As I said, they've got spare men.
We're just going to go for it. That's what we got to try and do. Is try and do the best we can. Try and do this, that, and t'other. Try and get the players playing well. And we started off really well. We played about 8 minutes, and we're doing absolutely fine. Oh, loose ball! Don't!
Match day 1. And they've got a chance to come forward here. And Kovacic stopped the leg.
Good challenge, good challenge. Well done, Kovacic.
He went down and then pleaded with the referee. He was pretty close to that. Kovacic was working hard to try and win it back there for Chelsea, Glenn.
Yeah, Jorginho gives the ball away. They look so comfortable.
Jorginho's done that a couple of times in the first 8 minutes, and I think that's a worrying sign for me because you can't make too many mistakes. But we haven't got a lot of midfielders on the bench, so
because you do nowadays. But he actually just towed the ball away.
That's a good ball. Go on, Alonso.
Alonso up against Danilo.
Oh. Ref! He's just jumping to go for the ball!
He's up for it tonight, Ziyech, I tell you. He's a couple of fouls already, but he's trying to win the ball back. He just catches Danilo. But he's intense there. This is the little tackle, I think, perfect tackle. He times it. You take a risk nowadays, but
yeah, Kovacic's taking the risk, and he got all the ball.
Yeah, the fans might think it was a pen, but no way.
Come on, pressurise, pressurise!
Delict under pressure from Havertz can only give it away to Aspilicueta.
We're playing well. We're making Juventus make a lot of mistakes, but we just got what we got to do is when they're making these mistakes, we've got to capitalise on their mistakes. That's all we got to try and do is do what we can do and make sure we get this mistake going.
There's the captain, the vastly experienced Leonardo Bonucci, and now Juan Cuadrado. I don't think that Alexandro is going to thank him too much for that pass. The Lickner doing well against Havertz.
Well done, Havertz!
He didn't give anything over the Glenn, who was only a yard away. The referee who was looking through players is the person that's given the decision, which seems a little bit strange from our vantage point.
It is. I think Havertz's body was in the way there. If you see there, the referee's assistant was blinded there. But it's good refereeing actually. He's overseen it. He saw it and he makes the decision.
Come on, someone in blue, get onto it.
It's a decent position here for Chelsea if they can get the delivery right from that side. To be the in-swinger here from Alonso. In towards Thiago.
Oh! Oh, lucky boys! Still 0-0.
Off the training ground, he just doesn't catch it. It's a lovely bit of movement. They create the space for him, but he doesn't catch the shot, does he?
He was kept quiet in the weekend.
That's
Wesley
not
McCarthy
foul,
by
man.
Manchester City. And he was kept quiet in the main by Juventus when he was with Inter Milan. He only managed 1 goal in 5 games against them when he was here. He's been signed for nights like this, though, has to be the difference in occasions like this one. The last time Chelsea came to Turin, by the way, the defeat prompted the departure of Roberto Di Matteo as the manager. They went out to the group stage as the holders that season, but with this group of players, that seems extremely unlikely this time.
Just for tonight as well, I just saw him against City. I wanted him to get on the shoulder on the outside of the centre-backs, and he's doing it again tonight. He's making it easy, he's sort of faced up, and they're marking him from behind. He needs to pull off the shoulder and get some diagonal balls played into him.
Come on, boys, if you guys like the stream with the thumbs up, boys, don't forget to like and subscribe if you are new.
Alonso, who's seen plenty of the ball so far.
Go on, Alonso, chase after it, boys.
Doing well to win it back for Juventus. Ziyech again showing great enthusiasm, albeit a little bit too much of it on Locatelli.
He's got to watch himself. That's the 3rd tackle in a short period of time there. 3rd foul, attempted tackle. There's another foul. He's pushed him. I mean, he's eager to get hold of the ball, and which isn't a bad thing, but he's got to do it right.
Too far in front of Bernardeschi, straight through to Mendy, the goalkeeper. It does seem in the last couple of minutes that they're trying to get Chiesa a little bit closer to Bernardeschi, going through the middle of Juventus.
Well, they're trying, but it's difficult if they haven't got a platform to do that. You've got to make 2 or 3, 4 passes to get that little player in the pocket in a good position. They haven't been able to do it. They keep giving the ball away to Chelsea.
There's lots of space on this side for Alonso whenever Chelsea have the ball.
Ah! Come on, Chelsea, just try and do something, boys.
Quadrano challenged there by Rudiger.
Good defending again from Rudiger. Loves to get tight, doesn't he? Doesn't allow his striker to turn.
There's Alonso, Kovacic, Lukaku. Christensen to Kovacic. Havertz.
Come on, boys.
That's going to equate it back to Andreas Christensen and then to Thiago Silva.
Come on, Chelsea. Playing some good football at the moment. Alonso, why?
Locatelli seemed to be the only way in that passage of play, Glenn, that Juventus were going to get a touch of the ball.
Yeah, they're in total control at the moment, Chelsea. Just shifting the ball, just trying to create that opening.
Go on, Chelsea! Go on, Chelsea! Go on, Chelsea!
68% possession so far in the opening 14 minutes for Chelsea. Christensen.
Oh!
Through to Szczesny. It was fascinating
Unlucky.
listening to Leonardo Bonucci yesterday. Rio was breaking down how you defend against.
So everyone
Lukaku.
enjoying the
Bonucci
stream,
said
like,
one
sub,
similar
and
thing. He
subscribe
said
if you are
can't
new.
ever get involved in a physical battle or play touch tight with him. You've got to try and read what he's going to do and react a bit quicker than he does.
Without a doubt, he'll spin you otherwise.
We're trying the best we can to do as much as we can, and we've just got to try and do what we really can do.
He looks for that ball at the moment all the time. He tries to pin defenders. Well, when the ball goes out wideish on an angle, he can drift on the shoulder of defenders. He doesn't need to be there. Well, you're right, you can't get too tight now.
Come on.
He's looking for that in and around the D.
Put in
all
the
time.
box. Oh, Coventry!
And then try and strike in situations like this.
Well done. We're lucky that they made a mistake.
Enthusiastic to start with, but pretty keen to tell Rabiot they weren't happy with the pass.
Well, rightly so, it was poor play, wasn't it? They broke, they were given the ball again. It was an unforced error from Kovacic, I think. Crossfield pass there, the opportunity.
Ooh, got a nice cup of tea, folks.
And they have to punish
Oh, the coffee.
That. It was a poor ball. Got caught
And the donuts.
3 miles.
Just back from injury, Rabiot playing his 50th game in the Champions League tonight.
Come on, do something, have a shot, someone, please. You're stressing me out.
Little touch by Lukaku, Aspilicueta. Good foot in then from Locatelli. Kovacic, and now Jorginho. Havertz, Lukaku.
Go on, go on.
Havertz running in.
God's sake.
With the clearance. I mean, so far you'd say
Ah.
all of Chelsea's possession. They've been
Do
organised back there.
something.
Yeah, that was good though. That was a lovely
It's stressing me
burst
out,
from
just
ball
on the
round
ball.
corner from-
Stress.
Joined in with Lukaku, and that's what they've got to do. If they're going to pin it
Oh
into it,
God,
he's
doing the
trying to
swan
pin the
thing
defender
from.
down. He's trying to pick it. He's moaning.
Hot
He
fuzz.
really wants the ball. He's urging. Get the ball into my body here.
Come on,
There's Alonso. Rudiger.
go towards
Giorgini on
the
bench
the
tonight.
thing that is white
Electing to go with the
with a man in that's wearing
in
green.
the centre of the
He's wearing
Juventus
green.
defence.
I think he's wearing green. I think he's wearing green. I could be mistaken. Come on.
Good organisation.
Why are we going
The
backwards?
Italian
For crying
side.
out
Everybody
loud.
apart from Bernardeschi's got a distinct
Go
defensive
forward,
Yeah, just there, they
you!
went in packs.
God's
It was very close
sake.
in their own half, but it was just that moment where they thought Christensen was alone, isolated. They went, and there was 2 and 3 going with them. And that's what they've got to do. They can't do that all evening because Chelsea will play around them, but they have to pick their moment.
Also,
Go on, Alonso. Oh, fuck.
the offside flag up against Chelsea's Spanish left wing back who's just.
Oh, is that a yellow card? Are you a biased ref? Oh, are you Italian? Are you an Italian ref? Ooh, biased ref. Oh, they give me a yellow card 'cause I just put someone over my pinky.
Yeah,
Ooh,
ridiculous thing to
ooh,
do there
ooh.
from Alonso. He's tried to get in behind.
He didn't do
them.
anything wrong, ref. These are Italian high tides. They're like cheating. He's only done out.
You don't want to go down.
Oh, you knob.
He shoves him just there. Look, he shoves him.
Oh, he deserves that. He deserved that.
Ronaldo makes a little bit, makes the most of it, to be fair, but he's got himself a booking for it.
Idiot.
These
These Italian teams, they get with a man.
But he only played 15 matches for them. Sent off in the 2017 Champions League final for Juventus.
Come on.
Away by Thiago Silva.
Let's go upfield and do something. Stop going backwards. You're doing my nutting.
Yeah, the crowd are baying for Juventus to press the
Oh,
goalkeeper
this is great.
and press the back
I
through.
thought I wasn't going to be stressful during this, but it turns out we are. Go forward, please.
50th game in Europe tonight for the man in possession, Andreas Christensen.
We need to go forward. But I'm trying to keep it up on mine. all you can do is wait. Oh, for God's sake!
It's Chiesa, the angle's tight. And he whips it right across the face
Why
of the
do that?
Chelsea goal, but that's
Why?
exactly
Why?
what they were waiting
Why?
for. And he was on it in a flash, Chiesa, and it's the clearest opportunity that Juventus have had so far.
But it's the clearest.
They're doing nothing and we're just handing them the ball.
On the break, it's Chelsea giving the ball away every time. Look, unforced error. And Chiesa, the angle's always going to be against.
If he was this game, these players deserve a pay cut.
You thought I'm shooting.
Saying you guys deserve not to get paid.
But that's what they're looking to do.
Ball down play. Why are we playing like you absolute bunch of dickheads?
Certainly got them into it.
Oh,
Juventus supporters, Chiesa a man they're going to look to tonight. It's interesting, Glenn, when you look at the 10 outfield players that are starting for Juventus tonight.
You play in blue, don't pass to someone who's wearing black. And that's not me being racist. Because they are wearing black.
For Juventus with no Morata and no Dybala, and of course no Ronaldo these days either.
Yeah, well, that's the point. You've said it. You've hit the nail on the head there.
And if it's Chiesa, go and break his leg. Because I don't like the guy, that guy cheats.
Just covers well, that's good defending there.
I think the guy.
They've missed Ronaldo. I mean, you would do, wouldn't you? But at the end of the day, you've got to get more goals than that from this team. They're looking to break. That's a great tackle.
And it was Locatelli on Ziyech, and then likewise,
Thank God.
Quadrado warming up now.
He hasn't got to a club.
Hakim Ziyech.
I have no idea.
Jorginho.
He's making a song.
No, that's still a crater.
It's a song. It's like they've done it for me. Come on.
Shall I tell them something? I don't support it.
Go forward, you bunch of... Ah! Yeah, because I didn't want a certain word to come out. Yeah, I didn't want a certain word to come out, so that's why I went and did that.
Make sure you join us tomorrow night.
As Sky Sports always said, we do apologise for swearing tonight.
The UEFA Conference League, Leicester, Rangers, West Ham.
Yeah, because this is stressing me out already.
All in action tomorrow night.
Yeah, so you might be hearing some swearing and I can't.
Between Juventus and Chelsea.
What?
How come to breaking news? Joe Winger has just scored.
Yeah, it's because I'm saying for them to go forward and instead of me swearing I'm going ah instead. That's my swearing for the day is ah.
Say,
Shoot! 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 No! Stop! You! Bunch of dickheads! No foul! No foul! Woo! Referee not ball for a foul! Way! For once, referee's not.
Chelsea look as if they're going through the middle all the time.
Go forward, you! Ah!
Really good width. That's for the Quetta Alonso. I'm not sure they're the sort of players that won't be one going to do that.
The Lukaku!
Lukaku trying to turn. It was good defending by De Ligt. He just around him and just slowed him down a little bit. There's a lot of experience in that unit. De Ligt's only 22, but he's played in the Champions League final. And of course, the man next to him.
I'd rather be pulling my hair out right now. There's no point. I hardly have got any.
Really impressive position. Lukaku was way into the penalty.
That is not a foul, ref. Bias. Oh, are you going to book him? Are you going to book him? Are you going to have every bugger else on this game? Oh, I'm fucking there. We're going to book this player. We're going to book him because he's dived. He's dived. He's dived. Oh, this ref's.
Chiesa, but of course he played in the Europa League final.
Oh.
17-year-old just couldn't quite wrap his foot around it enough, could he, Chiesa?
Now the angle was always against him, and then he picked up a beautiful angle at the near post. So he had to hit that the outside of his foot really.
And ref, in future, everything's not a foul. Come on.
Ziyech.
Come on. Do some.
Havertz has just come across to this side to see whether he gets any more joy.
Come on. Can we please have a shot? I don't know what it feels like. I don't know what it feels like to have a shot on goal. Ah. That's us.
Juventus have won 9 titles.
I won them, man, but I got none. I got them.
Pretty much sneaking into the Champions League on the final day. It led to Andrea Pirlo being replaced by Max Allegri. Ronaldo leaving for Old Trafford. It's a club in transition in many ways. It's a team that has got 5 of Italy's winning Euro 2020 team in their squad this season as well, so it's a bit of a mix at the moment.
Let's go! We've got all the ball, but we're doing nothing with it.
Possession continues to creep up for Chelsea, 71% now.
Come on! All we need is to have a shot. Do you know that the ball needs to be kicked, not passed? Kick! It begins with a K, not with a P. Not the word pass, the word is kick. We don't know the word. Go on! Go on, my son! Oi! Referee!
It's a challenge that had to be made there by Bentancur, and he did it really well.
Thank you, ref.
He did, he covered the ground well, and he left the ground as well. He took a chance, but there's the little...
Have a crack! Have a crack! Have a crack! Oh!
Trying to lay the ball off towards Kovacic. Jorginho then beat in the air.
Come on. Why? Why? Why do that when you know it wasn't going to go anywhere?
Free kick for the foul on Federico Chiesa. There's the tackle. Got it just right, Glenn, didn't he?
He did. He had to take that risk because I think Havertz's movement, he was just about to pull the trigger. But he got it absolutely spot on, didn't he? Took the chance, left the ground and played the ball.
Bernardeschi, Rabiot, Locatelli.
Don't.
Rodrigo Bentancur. Given away by Quadrado, but he's going to get back on the ball.
Get it out! Out!
And then Chiesa.
That's why you shit! Hey!
Passage of play we've seen from Juventus around the Chelsea penalty area like that.
Oh, we can't do anything like that. Because we don't know what the meaning of the word shoot means.
First time really the team Chelsea.
We only know what the word pass means because that's all we do is pass, 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 pass. Where's the word shoot? It doesn't belong in football because we don't do it.
And as soon as they get bodies forward, this crowd gets really behind them. They want them to press, they want them to play a little bit more aggressive, but you feel if they open the game up, then they could be in trouble at the back.
It's fascinating tactically, isn't it? At this stage, 27.5 minutes gone.
Come on, do something, come on.
Rabiot was jumping there for Juventus. He looked across but couldn't.
Way, have that.
Taking a bit of a nosedive over the electronic boards. No harm done for the Dutch international.
Come on.
Quite fortunate there, wasn't he? Good balance though.
Very graceful.
Very graceful. To be younger.
Come on. Oh, that's a foul! Thank you, ref. Thank you.
The defender, and the defender.
Thank you, ref.
Came to Juventus, Danilo from Manchester City in the deal.
I'm going to give you a 5.0 on that dive. 5.6.
Final during his time at Real Madrid.
But it's not a dive, it's like the rate stuff. So it's hardly anything happening in this game. Oh, for God's sake. Ah! Come on.
Interesting ball by Danilo.
Offside! Offside! Sit down, sit down.
It was the only option, I was thinking that, and it was a long way. It's the only ball they've got on at the moment. I don't think they're going to get it into a striker.
Doing a lot of things in this game, we just can't do anything.
Without a striker in some ways, but That ball over the top is the only one, remember that?
I just knew it that it's going to be on my birthday and we were going to play and we're not going to win. I just know it's not going to happen.
At the start of the match, but they've switched that round a bit now.
I think what they're doing, Fletch, is dovetailing a little bit. You know, and still one of you go up there and have your breather, if you like, and play against the centre backs, and then they'll switch.
More options available tonight for Thomas Tuchel than there is for Max Allegri.
Ah, come on.
Get
up!
Lukaku, his Havertz on the move.
Oh, you jammy
He's been
kid!
good so far, Delicti, getting his body between the goal and the Chelsea player in possession. It's a decent ball out as well now.
Oh, he's cracking me up. He's having a laugh at this song today.
Quickly out there to Rabiot because he's in space. Chance to shoot.
Whoa! Have that! Have that in your pipe and smoke it.
With a shot for Juventus, who just might feel they're starting to settle down a little bit.
Yeah, he was looking for a little bit of movement in front of him, and suddenly he just jinks and he opens it up, comes inside on his right foot and tries his best to hit that top corner. He tries to wrap it round, but just gets away. But decent effort, better from Juventus, and what it is, it's getting this crowd going. They need this crowd tonight. You feel that Chelsea in control of the game, but they're breaking quickly. And
watch out!
It's more than 3 years since Rabiot last scored in the Champions League. He was playing for Paris Saint-Germain against Real Madrid back in 2018. Centro into Federico Chiesa. Lovely spin away from Jorginho. He's up there on his own.
Come on, someone challenge him. To put a challenge in.
Arriving in the middle, it's pulled back towards Bernadette.
Well done, Silva.
Thiago Silva. And then quickly away by Kovacic to Ziyech.
Ziyech, why do that? Why?
When Chelsea gets this crowd going, and you just sense that Juventus just getting some possession, getting some better positions, and a bit of movement from them.
How's the game going so far? Hello, Connor. It's going all right, Chelsea. I've had most of possession, but we've hardly done anything with it, and it's a bit disappointing.
It's his 450th game for Juventus.
If you guys like the stream, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, don't forget to like, subscribe if you are new. I appreciate it.
Another experienced European campaigner, Thiago Silva.
Come on, boys.
Rudiger.
Come on, Chelsea.
This is where Chelsea find problems, Glenn, isn't it? When they slow it down like this and Juventus get everybody behind the ball.
Well, they've had loads of possession. We've seen them work it across the pitch. They're just, at the moment, they're just lacking that little bit of spark, that bit of creation. There's something that's going to be a bit different. Everyone's playing the ball and keeping possession. But it needs
well, lads!
to the ball and a little magic ball.
Jorginho to Kovacic. Ziyech. And Rudiger. 9 outfield players for Juventus back there defending at the moment. There's no real space for Chelsea. Kovacic.
Go on.
And his ball into
That's not a foul. Referee's on foul.
Concedes the free kick.
You just sense Chelsea getting a little bit frustrated. He just gets there late. Havertz catches in, and it just eases the pressure.
Well, don't forget to join us on Saturday morning. Manchester United against Everton in the Premier League from 11:30. And on Saturday, the 9th of October, make sure you don't miss Fury Wild at 3. You can see that on BT Sport box office. Nice turn by Quadrado. Chiesa. Locatelli. They're more confident now, Glenn, when they've got the ball, Juventus.
Yeah, they've got some options now. You know, I think beginning of the game they were a little bit fearing Chelsea, but now the confidence is up. That's not a problem for Chelsea, because at times, as long as they defend it well, that back five and two midfield players, there's space now in behind Bonucci and De Ligt for Lukaku. So, as Chelsea's side of the defence, I'm not too worried about that. They can actually play a different way and counter them.
Bernardeschi holding off Alonso, forward by De Ligt. Offside flag up against Juventus. I was saying in the week, Max Allegri, that it's not the most important match in the group as far as Juventus are concerned tonight, because he feels it's going to be decided by how they do against Zenit, who won earlier today, and how they do against Malmo. But of course, you want to test yourself against a team like Chelsea all the same.
Of course, yeah. I think from Chelsea's point of view, if they can come here and win tonight, then I think they're in control of the group completely. But I don't think Juventus, I think they know they're never going to be in control of this group, and they're probably looking to come second in the group to Chelsea.
This one back for Juve by Locatelli, and then Rabiot caught.
Well done, ref!
Okay, I think it's gone to Chelsea here.
Well done, ref.
Jorginho down.
He just held him off with his hand and he pushed him away. Yeah, he's saying, I'm in possession of the ball, I'm allowed to do that. But referee's seen it and deemed it as a foul.
Aaron Ramsey missing tonight with what they've described as muscle fatigue. Artur, who they got from Barcelona, hasn't played yet this season, although he got back in training this week, so they're hoping to have
Well, Chelsea!
back and available soon. It's not a very deep squad, is it, this Juventus squad? When you look at it, Glenn, they can't take on too many injuries.
Now, you look at that bench, and there's only 6 on there, as you said at the beginning, Darren. And look at Chelsea's bench. I think this is where Tuchel might have to make a decision. I'm just thinking they've got so much possession here. They need some width. I think
Well, Chelsea!
maybe as a wing-back out on that right-hand side. It might be something he thinks about at half-time.
Unlucky Kovacic, oh, don't foul again!
Sunday's win against Sampdoria was Juve's first of the season at home after losing to Empoli and drawing with AC Milan. The common denominator in their matches so far this season is they've tended to concede goals, and they've not been very good at holding on to leads either.
I think that's why you're seeing them defend so deep. The whole 10 outfield players are in their own half. So they've been defending most of this game, but they've broke well. When Chelsea have made mistakes, they've had opportunities, put it that way, in positions where they could have hurt Chelsea, but they've let them off the hook.
Just the one shot on target combined so far, the Romelu Lukaku effort from the corner. Chelsea's number 9's been kept quiet so far by Bonucci and De Ligt at the back for Juventus. He's on the run here though, and nothing doing.
And I think he hit him on, he was a bit unlucky there, he's hit him on the top of his head as he's got his head down to run. But this is what I'm talking about. They don't mind if there is spaces in behind, he's got the opportunity there to go in behind. He's got the pace on Bonucci, but a little bit unfortunate there. He's hit his shoulder and gone out for a
Well, Chelsea!
Right, Sandro. Rodrigo Bentancur.
Well done, Jorginho!
Play in midfield by Jorginho. They're always very much in focus here in Italy, but it's been compounded this season by the fact they've made their worst league start for 60 years. They've got 20 league matches since they last kept a clean sheet, Juventus, which seems impossible when you think about their standing in the Italian game. Little flick by Lukaku.
Go on!
Here's Havertz. It's been a very good defensive display so far, though, in the first half by Juventus.
Alonso, man!
Chiesa plays with so much energy down that side. He's done brilliantly against Christensen. Here's Quadrado. Chelsea's turn to get plenty back, and the shot comes in from Locatelli, but it's going to be brought back here by the Spanish referee for the foul on Juan Cuadrado.
The Chelsea players getting back, trying to get back in position on the wrong side that made the tackle. It's debatable. He's not really got much of the ball, is he? This day and age, you know, that's probably going to be a foul. But it was good cover there when Cuadrado was 1v1 on Rudiger. Great cover from Chelsea on the inside. He wanted to come inside, but too many blue shirts for him. But this is a fantastic position for Juve now.
Might well be the moment they've been waiting for. It's taken them 40 minutes to generate an opportunity like this.
Come on, Mendy.
Chiesa was brilliant, wasn't he, on that?
On the wall, just jumped and hit.
To get some, I think he's lost the ball, suddenly shows his pace, his ability.
Juventus have Cuadrado and Bernardeschi over the free kick. The captain Bonucci's been involved to help them organise what they're going to do between them. Both teams have decided to erect a wall here. It's an interesting idea from Juventus.
Block this, boys! Block this! Oh, I'm worried, man.
It's Bernardeschi.
Well done!
In fact, the Juventus wall actually did its job for Chelsea. I think that was blocked by Rabiot.
The idea is for them to make sure the keeper can't see the strike and then get out of the way, but they didn't get their timing right. I think it was blocked, wasn't it?
Rudiger's been involved in an off-the-ball collision there with Chiesa, which has brought another free kick here to Juventus.
Just building a bit of pressure, Juventus. Rudiger knew exactly what he was doing there. He's looked sharp, isn't he?
Interesting to see the free kick again, Glenn, because he struck it really sweetly, Bernardeschi, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, it was a perfect position where it was, outside the box to go.
Free kick for Juventus, 42 minutes played, Chelsea nil, Juventus nil. Not been the best first half performance from Chelsea, we've had all the possession, but done nothing with it.
The lift has gone in there, Rabiot brings a bit of height as well.
Well done, Mendy!
Not the easiest ball to play.
If you guys dislike the video, don't forget to come on the stream and tell me why you dislike the video.
It's a good ball, it needs someone just getting across the front there a bit earlier. Chelsea held a good line.
Come on, Chelsea! Is it because it's 0-0? Is it because we haven't scored? Is it because of something that I've said? Is it because of something that I've done? I'd love to know why, if anyone dislikes the stream, why to dislike the stream.
Well defended over there by De Ligt. And Jorginho plays it forward now to Lukaku.
Come on, Chelsea! We need to be better, lads!
Here's Rudiger. Havertz. It's fascinating though, Glenn, isn't it? Because you can look at a team like
not good enough. Not good enough first half. Not good enough.
Struggle in situations that you don't expect them to, but on nights like this in this competition, in a big game against big opposition, they always tend to find a little bit more. Teams like this, don't they?
Well, they do, and tactically they're astute. And,
no, I'm gonna.
So well
I never thought I'd be saying this, but we haven't been good enough attackingly. We've not been able to do anything. Going forward, defensively, we're doing very well, but it's just the attacking wise, we've not been at our best.
Positions already tonight. He's off the front. He's now the centre forward. He goes out on that left hand side. He's very difficult to tie down.
Controlled by Bonucci, played out to Cuadrado. Full ball out to Bentancur, it's picked up by Thiago Silva, and now there's a bit of space for Ziyech.
Go on, Lukaku! Go on, Big Rob! Take that every day! Take that every day! Corner to Chelsea! 44 minutes played, 0-0.
Alonso out to take the corner.
Come on, Chelsea!
Thiago Silva have joined the likes of Havertz and Lukaku in the middle. Aspilicueta is in there also. It's headed down by Thiago Silva.
Oh, Silva!
And I think that was the Licks who got the booking. Bonucci was there as well.
Put the ball back in the box!
Well struck shot by Thiago Silva. And a good Juventus
Go on!
helped on by Aspilicueta.
Referee! He's blowing up for everything as a foul these days.
Thiago Silva just tried to drop a header into the 6-yard box and it rebounded back to him, and I thought, hang on, he's going to score here. It was a fabulous block, it really was. Defending for their lives back there, Juventus at the moment.
Well, there's half time. The first half where Chelsea had 65% of the ball. But both teams had opportunities. The only shot on target that Chelsea managed to fashion was an early one from Lukaku straight from a corner. Has been really
Half time, Chelsea 0, Juventus 0. Not been the best first half from Chelsea.
Juventus, they were under pressure early, grew into the game, had more possession as the first half went on. It's a fascinating tactical battle between these two, but half time in Turin, it's Juventus 0, Chelsea 0.
This programme is brought to you by Just Eat, UEFA Champions League official sponsor.
I'll see you guys in about 5 minutes or so.
Ben Chilwell is a man who's about to get an opportunity out
So
on the
Ben
pitch.
Chilwell looks like he's coming on for
We're not sure
Chelsea
exactly who's coming
to
off
make
this
it
yet.
even
We haven't
better.
had the information, but you think perhaps that's a knock, Joe, right? Rather than tactical.
Yeah, I think possibly. I mean, there's nothing coming down Alonso's side where Chelsea looked in any trouble, and we haven't seen Ben Chilwell for a long time. So I think it's like it's an opportunity for Ben to get back in the team. We've not seen him properly since the final. He's a top quality player. He has to take this opportunity.
What do you want to see from Chelsea in this second half, Annie?
I think, more from Havertz. At the weekend, we saw a gap between the midfield and the forwards. We need that link player. Chelsea need that link player in the pockets.
Good,
More
Jones!
from Ziyech. And as Joe said, maybe towards the second half, bring on someone like Ruben Loftus-Cheek who can drive the ball forward, create some movement and chances for Chelsea.
Yeah, we did the game of the weekend. He came on and had a real impact, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, and I think just that creativity, I think that imagination, risks. You win the top games when you take risks in the final third, and I think there's been no real risk taken in the final third for the Chelsea team, and they have to change that if they're going to try and win this game.
All right, it's actually Alonso coming off for Ben Chilwell. There he is making his way on. Just a quick reminder that from 10:30 this evening, you
Ben
can see
Chilwell
every
is
single goal scored in the
on
Champions League this
and
evening.
Marcos
Some of our
Alonso is
conversation with
off.
myself, Rio and Peter Crouch on Champions League tonight from 10:30. And actually, you can see Juve in action domestically as well on Saturday evening, 5:15 on ESPN. They're travelling to Torino. Right, the referee's ready to get going, so we better hand back to Glenn Hoddle and Darren Fletcher.
Thank you, Jake. Thank you, fellas. So confirmation that Alonso has been replaced by Ben Chilwell at half-time. What do you think the thinking will be behind that move, Glenn?
Well, I would imagine he might say to Ben Chilwell, just play a little bit wider. I don't know if Alonso's come off because he's injured or if it's a tactical reason. Just giving him an opportunity, but it is a good opportunity for Chilwell now to hit his manager right between the eyes and say, hey, don't forget me.
Well, the opportunity here for Chiesa.
They've scored.
What a start to the second half, and what a finish from Federico Chiesa. Chelsea find themselves behind in the blink of an eye, and Juventus lead 1-0. That was thumped in.
It's a fabulous goal, it really is. You just wonder whether Chelsea's minds are still in that dressing room, because it was such an easy way of getting in behind. It's a fabulous run.
11 seconds after the kick-off.
You get that feeling now that maybe Chelsea's minds were somewhere else. Look, they give the ball away. It's a lovely little blindside run in the penalty area. What a finish. It really is. He's got that pace, but he's also got that balance just to keep over the ball, enough to get it in that top corner. Fabulous start to the second half. It really is. And, well, Chelsea now have got it all to do.
Chiellini involved in the celebrations, but it's all about the thumping finish from Federico Chiesa. Second goal of the season. He's been the liveliest Juventus player on show tonight. He was in the team of the tournament in the summer when Italy won the European Championships. And that was an outstanding finish. 11 seconds into the second half. And Chelsea all of a sudden find themselves behind. And Juventus, who had to be patient in the first half and defensively sound, now have a lead to defend.
Well, he had nothing to do with the goal, but poor Ben Chilwell must be thinking, come onto the pitch, first time this season, and suddenly we've conceded.
Listen to the noise inside this place now. Chiesa slipping away from Christensen. That's a lovely ball to Bernardeschi. The confidence flowing through the Juventus team now. No foul. Rabiot picks up the pieces, supported here by Sandro. And now De Ligt. Well, the big question for Juventus now, Glenn, is can they hold on to the lead? Because that's been a real problem for them in most of their games this season.
And all of a sudden you can see they're lifted, confidently passing the ball.
Excellent take by Quadrado over there. First bit of defending for the substitute Chilwell to do. Here's Danilo, and now Bentancur. Bonucci, intercepted for Chelsea by Rudiger. Chelsea have only lost one of their last 17 away games in Europe. They've become the masters of being tactically right when it matters, but they've got to dig themselves back into this one in Turin. Away by Bonucci. Rabiot challenged by Jorginho.
Come on, Chelsea, let's get back in this, boys!
Chilwell.
Let's show why we're champions of Europe.
Kovacic. It's the perfect storm for Juventus. Now, Glenn, they're a team that has relished situations like this in Europe in the past, and they showed all that defensive desire in the first half. It looks as though tonight they might quite fancy defending a lead.
Now, they've been brilliant the way they've defended first half, but now they've got something to hold on to. And that, you know, Chiesa now is looking as if he's the one right at the top. With his pace, you know, look to counter Chelsea every time they can.
Jorginho looking to roll away from
Go
Bonucci.
on!
Brings Aspilicueta into play.
Ah!
His partner was out there in a flash to get a block on the cross. And then that was really tidy defending as well by Alexandro.
Yeah, great defending again from Juve. They take so much pride, don't they, Italian clubs, in their defending. That was quite, I mean, Jorginho looked straight at the referee. I thought the referee might have said it was a foul, but I don't think he did foul him. He was quite clever, actually, with how he used his body there, Jorginho.
No surprise that with the lead and the crowd in full voice, Max Allegri sent out Chiellini to warm up. You'd expect there to be a role for him if this situation continues for a period of time. It's interesting where he's gone to warm up as well. He's gone right behind the goal, Chiellini.
Yeah. Part substitute, part cheerleader, getting that crowd going.
Here's Aspilicueta. Chelsea find themselves in a similar situation than they were in against Manchester City at the weekend. No connection there between Kovacic and Bentancur. In fact, it was Bernardeschi who was caught. Ziyech. Chilwell. Now Kovacic. Rudiger. Jorginho in towards Lukaku.
Call Lukaku! Put it in the box! Oh!
Moving especially in the caught that one sweet.
And here's the goal at lack of marking there. And a beautiful little run, little blindside run there from Chiesa, and puts it in that top corner. He was alive. Chelsea started dreadfully, as you say. 11 seconds in, and even the challenging, there should have been somebody challenging the ball in the air, and then he turned on the edge of the box, slips a lovely little ball into Chiesa, and the rest is history. But he's looked the danger man all night for Juventus.
Chelsea have had a problem winning matches in Italy down the years. You've got to go back to 2003 for the last time they did it. That was in Rome against Lazio. That's the only victory they've ever had on Italian soil in European competition. It looks as though the curse is striking again tonight. 1-0 down against Juventus. Chiesa with a quite brilliant finish. Quadrado. Bentancur. Alexandro. Given away to Kai.
Well done, Havertz! Now let's go to the field, lads! Oh, okay.
He was on the move, but Leonardo Bonucci's seen that so many times. He was there before the Chelsea
The
striker.
ball came too late, Fletch. It was on. Lukaku was on, and Ziyech didn't see him.
Look at Bonucci now, running at Rudiger. No foul. And I think at 34 he felt he'd gone far enough.
He hit the Rudiger wall.
And Locatelli's dropped in at centre-back now alongside Delict. It might take Bonucci a while to get back.
Bonucci's just doing his laces up.
We'll let you know when he gets to the halfway line because he's not there yet.
That's experience, isn't it? Having a breather.
He's just past halfway now, the Juventus captain. There he is. Christensen. Aspilicueta. Kovacic on the move. Here's Havertz.
Oh!
A stroke of luck for Juventus there. It came off Locatelli. Didn't know a great deal about that.
Yeah, for a split second, I thought it was going to nestle in the corner. Havertz tries to play the 1-2. Locatelli does his bit, does his defending, puts a leg out, but you get away with it.
Watch Chelsea!
Corner taken by Ben Chilwell, headed away by Rodrigo Bentancur. Mateo Kovacic. That's put a quite to the target. Really good punch from Szczesny. Made the commitment, Glenn, and made sure he got there, didn't he?
That was it. The punch is one thing, but it was the commitment of coming. He read the situation. It was a decent ball, and Aspilicueta was onto it as well. That's the ball that he's trying to play, but Ziyech, when he got in control, he was on much quicker there. This is the little step over. I don't think that's a foul. He knew he didn't have the pace to go around him.
He's struggling though, Bonucci.
Yeah.
He's just speaking to the referee at the moment. There's the goalkeeping from Szczesny, but there'll be a bit of concern here because he's a man that they really wouldn't want to lose.
I think it's his keeper that comes and gives him the clash.
Yeah.
I think he might have caught him on the hip there.
Watch Chelsea!
Away by De Ligt. Havertz called him, De Ligt stayed down. And neither the assistant nor the referee were too concerned by the challenge. The Juventus supporters will feel a bit differently, and De Ligt is in a heat.
Missing something, mate.
Yeah, I think the players are going to the ref. They're going to make a case for it, without a doubt. They're going to try and say that it was a foul. The referee's having none of it, but the crowd, the players...
Get up, you idiot!
Slowing the game down a little bit.
What wallet?
Yeah, they've gone to the referee's assistant as well, just to put some pressure on. Have a look.
Oh.
Yeah, he's done nothing wrong there for me. De Ligt's played the ball, he hasn't gone over the top. Just run across to put him under some pressure.
Yeah,
And
there
might have been some contact, but not a foul.
I suppose it's inevitable in many cases, isn't it? When the defender's clearing it and somebody's trying to close him down, you will get a follow-through like that. It's a painful one for De Ligt.
Ha! My head losing! Ha! Again!
The officials have probably got it right.
Yeah, I think so. You can't clear a ball
yeah,
with distance to go into the opponent's half without putting your leg through the ball and continuing after you've kicked it.
The clearance from De Ligt would suggest he's okay. Christensen's header. Locatelli wins it for Juventus. Excellent turn by Bernardeschi, but good defending for Chelsea by Thiago Silva.
Man United are losing again. Woo! Have that. Have that in your pipe and smoke it.
Old Trafford at Manchester United are a goal down. Paco Alcacer for Villarreal in a repeat of last season's
Villarreal are
Europa
beating Man
League
United
final.
for some reason.
So it's been a disappointing night so far for the two English club sides in the Champions League. Manchester United losing at Old Trafford, and Chelsea a goal down here in Turin against Juventus.
Nice. Let's get back in the game, come on.
Ziyech, Rudiger, Lukaku waiting in the middle. Chilwell followed out there by Danilo, who won the ball, wins the throw-in. There's some atmosphere inside this stadium now. There's a real bond between the team and the players, because I think both of them, the supporters and the Juventus players tonight, knew they were big underdogs coming in based on how the season started.
Yeah, at the moment they're prepared to cheer any tackle, any simple pass. They're really behind this team, and they've got it right so far. They've defended stoutly, but they've got enough in the tank to hit Chelsea on the break.
Chiesa was looking for a foul from Thiago Silva. Rudiger threads the ball in, Bonucci clears it away. He's moving a lot freer now, Bonucci.
Press, 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 press. Well done!
Well
Well done!
Here's Rudiger. Ziyech, corner.
Take that. What? Oh, there's one. Go!
Thiago just leans against. Yeah, he's in the referee's having
Where's that?
so
My
couldn't
guy?
get up.
No.
Not giving. He's right.
Amazon.
Okay, out. I'll have a look.
Lukaku inside
Someone in
the
blue,
Juventus
get your head
box.
onto the ball.
The inevitable
Hello,
pushing and
if you-
shoving between, I think, Locatelli and
guys,
Jorginho.
I warned you guys, the omen
Teammates in the
is Chelsea
summer
never win on my
adversaries
birthday, 'cause it's
tonight.
always a bad omen. And what again, we don't win.
Corner taken by
Go on.
Chilwell.
Ah.
Rabiot. Ziyech was trying to get there.
Go on,
Rabiot did
ball.
enough initially. Little flick by Thiago Silva, and then smuggled away by Danilo.
Get the back of the ball.
Chelsea can keep the pressure on though with Chilwell and now Kovacic. Ziyech.
Go on.
And
Ah.
Thomas, got the deflection. It's another
Go
Chelsea
on,
corner. That's a good spell
Good,
for
good, good,
Yeah,
good.
it's better from Chelsea.
Yeah, there's
Ziyech
more ordering stuff.
making a little blind run, getting in behind as you defence.
Alright.
Played in front
We'll
of
get it
the
together
line.
after all this.
Keep making those little
Like I do on the
blind
computer.
runs.
Someone in blue, get your head onto the ball. Go on.
Chilwell sends the corner in again.
Go on. Yeah.
Thrown away on the volley by Rabiot.
Pressure, this is what we want. Box. It's in the box. Into the box. Into the
Chilwell.
box.
Jorginho.
Yes. Yes. Fuck. Where?
There's a foul in there. I think it was Alexandro.
Every
who went
time
to
a
ground. I'm not sure
player
whether it was
first does a
actually
foul, it's a
Lukaku.
free
There
kick
was
whenever done
one
dead way.
spot of
Does it
players
never
in the
foul?
Juventus penalty area.
Referee's biased. That's the doing, come on.
Hudson-Odoi lost
Wait,
the
we
cheek
need to
and
go
got
for
a
pace,
call
more or less.
and he was applied
Oh, he
to
went down
in the
too easy
first
there,
half,
ref.
Callum Hudson-Odoi.
Yeah, I think the scoreline now has forced Tuchel to have a look at that now, but I think it's the right decision. They need
We need
to
to
get
go
that
for it
outside
physically
directly.
and speed.
In fact, it's going to be a triple change because Trevor Chalobah is
Chalobah,
down there as
Hudson
well.
Odoi, and Ruben off the cheek. Interesting. Who's
Gives you
going
a
to be the
clear
free to come off?
indication of Thomas Tuchel's mood at the moment in
Which
relation to how
means
his team are
defenders
playing.
coming off, a right wing back
Havertz.
coming off, and the wing, and another, and the midfielders coming on. So we're basically going everywhere.
Just having a nibble at
Go
the
on!
international.
Go
Thiago
on!
Silva's kept it alive. Here's Kovacic.
Well done, Silva.
Ziyech.
Ziyech, that's better
by
ball in the
Rabiot.
box, lad.
Ziyech won the ball and then might just
Oh,
have
for
put it
God's
through there.
sake. Make me come down to Italy,
Well, it was
and I'll
interesting
get my
because the
fist in your
referee
face and tell you you're crap, ref.
He put his arms up and said no, then suddenly he's blown the whistle.
Referee originally said no. Oh, this referee hates us.
His initial, I was looking straight at him, his initial reaction was no, and then he quickly changed his mind.
Three changes coming there.
Referee cannot change your mind like that after just saying no.
Straight to the yellow card. And that's that little nibble that Sandro had at the back of Kai Havertz as well, Glenn.
Yeah, maybe last season you might have got something out of that, but not this season. Rightly so, that's not enough for a penalty.
It's coming off, it's
Jorginho.
interesting.
Ziyech.
Ziyech, onto the door. Jorginho and Aspilicueta. Interesting goal off this cheek. And from Chalobah, that was interesting. Interesting free. Well, let's see what happens.
Free kick taken by De Ligt. Bernadeschi.
Going up to the door, well done!
For the first time, the substitute.
Well done to the die.
Here's Chalobah.
I have faith in you, you young Ronaldo.
Loftus-Cheek.
I have faith in him.
And Kovacic.
Go on.
Chilwell.
Go on. Have a crack. Have a
Loftus-Cheek.
crack. No. Put it in the box. Put it in the bags. Stick
Chilwell
out for
struggling
God's
to reach
sake.
it. Goal kick to Juventus. What about the changes then, Glenn, that Tuchel's decided to make?
Yeah, Chalobah's gone in that central midfield role and just playing in front of Thiago. Loftus-Cheek, I can understand that coming on as well. New emphasis, but for me, I think they've got to get the ball out to Hudson-Odoi. And that's the change. This Juventus side look as if they're defending so deep now. They know they've got Chelsea where they wanted them, but need somebody to take somebody on and get behind.
It's been an equalising goal at Old Trafford, Alex Tellez, so 1-1 between Manchester United and Villarreal. Quadrado for Juventus. Wonderful goal!
Oh, we're not going to go down there. Wow. Got away with that one.
Tremendous initially from Juan Quadrado, and with the goal at his mercy, Bernardeschi puts it wide.
Oh, it's fantastic football, it really is.
May there be a warning to you, lads.
From Navio. Crossfield ball, one-touch ball back in, and you're thinking it's going to be 2-0 to Juve, but wow, I don't know if Silva just got a little challenge on him, put him under some pressure, I don't know. We'll see that later.
Need to have a Thames on goal without shooting enough.
2020 with finishing like that, you can see why. Chalabar let off.
That's actually the ball. Go on to the right, Jason. Go on to the right. Put it in the box.
Christensen.
That's actually a ball. That's a ball. That's a ball.
Struggling to get it clear. Fantastic defense.
They're getting jammy. Going up to the door.
Sandro trying to slow down Chalabar. Once to the door.
Someone got name wrong and I even got it right. That's a foul. It's the prophet! Oh, you give them a foul, you never give us one, you buyers, you gate! God's sake!
And then he changed his mind again.
This referee's got a mind of his own!
Yeah, that is a foul, that's for sure. Here's the goal, look, that's poor marking there from Silva, he's got to get tighter. Lovely run.
The referee doesn't give anything to us, but he does it to the other team.
It's
supposed to be an equal sport.
Absolutely distraught the fact that Chelsea's minds were still in that dressing room. They really were. They got caught sleeping.
So Bernardeschi's night is over, having missed that glorious opportunity to make it 2-0. And the Swedish international Dejan Kulusevski is on for Juventus.
Referee.
You saw the yellow card in there as well for Antonio Rudiger for Chelsea. Puts to the door.
It's unbelievable.
Defended by Sandro. Don't forget to join us tomorrow night. You've got the Europa League and the UEFA Conference League. You'll see Leicester, Rangers, West Ham, Tottenham and Celtic all in action Thursday night. One of the big nights of European football on BT Sport.
Yep. For once, my dad sometimes will say on it when I watch a game of him, this referee's being equal, but he is saying this referee's giving everything to them and giving nothing for us. Ian Jack. Yeah, and there's a motto within the game is the game's an equal sport. Not this game. No, with this ref. This ref's giving them everything. So everything for a foul our way. A foul our way is basically, oh, I'm not going to give it. A foul that we give on there, the other team's players, it's a foul.
Here's the moment that Bernardeschi wants to forget.
Look at that ball from Rabiot.
Well, we need to be better ourselves, but it doesn't help when we're against 12 men. As well, when we've got a ref not giving us out. Go on!
Give it away to Chalabar.
Well, we need to be lucky, lads, come on! There's still time. Playing a lot better now. And if we can score, we can shove it up the ref's backside and say you can deny us everything, but you won't take the spirit out of this team. Oh! Oh! Oh, this is great! This is great! Oh! How are they getting so lucky?
Well, it was left short.
What?
Poor ball from Kovacic.
Oh!
Something better than that. He's not in it far enough. Giving him a 50-50 and Rudiger was screaming at him.
Saw it last night, Glenn, in Paris, and we're seeing it again tonight, just how fine the margins are when you get two clubs like this against each other in the Champions League.
And that's where top quality comes out, isn't it? And that's where if it's the right pass, the timing of a run, or a little bit of magic like Messi, as we saw. That's top quality football, and that was poor there. It just needed to be set right for Rudiger to shoot.
The magic tonight has come from the boot of Federico Chiesa.
Their shirt then.
His goal separates Juventus and Chelsea, second goal of the season. For the Italian international who scored a couple of goals in the summer. Max Allegri will be a lot happier by what he's seen from his team tonight. He's been a bit frustrated since returning to the club, but this is a lot more like it in more ways than one, isn't it, from Juventus?
I think that's the question he'll be asking his team and his squad. We've got to reproduce that week in and week out. The game's not over though. You sense Chelsea will get one or two chances.
Despite being behind, they've still had more of the ball and more chances tonight, Chelsea. It's been a quiet night though so far for Lukaku.
Boys!
Just got the point, the feeling in the press conference yesterday that Bonucci fancied making a point against Lukaku tonight. He's played like that.
Well, he has, but I think Delic as well, both centre-backs at the moment, will be happy with the way they're dealing with Lukaku. There always seems to be a covering man. When he's on the ball at all, there's a covering man always.
Off his cheek into Lukaku and then Havertz.
Ah!
Benton Core concedes the throw.
Well done, ref! Well done! Well done! Well done!
Chalobah to Loftus-Cheek. Kai Havertz. Kovacic.
Still time for something to happen.
Kovacic, Rudiger, straight at Bentancur. This Hudson-Odoi. Chelsea can't find a way through. The lick was there sharply on Havertz, and that allows the ball to go through to Szczesny. Glenn, I'm not sure whether we've just been given the attendance, we've just been given a piece of paper here. If we have, there are less than 20,000 spectators here tonight, but it doesn't sound like that.
It certainly doesn't. Well, it's shocking. I mean, the atmosphere has been electric in this stadium, but if you do look closer, the seats are done very shrewdly actually. It looks like there's more in the
Offside flag up against Chiesa, 19,934. As Glenn says, there are plenty of seats, but it generates a great noise, this stadium. Chelsea continue to dominate the ball, but Juventus continue to be stubborn and resolute, well organised. There's Loftus-Cheek, Kovacic, Lukaku, Hudson-Odoi.
Go on to the door!
Here's Christensen.
So every time Hudson-Odoi gets the ball, they're covering. There's 2 or 3 players there covering him. Now there's got to be space somewhere else on the pitch.
Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Ben Chilwell. Away by Bonucci. Rudiger.
Watch out!
A little bit less than 18 minutes to go. Chelsea knocking on the door, hammering it on the door, but it won't open.
No, we're playing a little bit too safe at the moment, Chelsea. They've got possession, they're playing in front of Juventus. Someone's got to take a risk ball.
Juventus are quite happy for Chelsea to have it in that middle third of their half, but they just won't let anybody in behind them.
Come on!
Everything's in front of Juventus at the moment, which is comfortable for them.
Come on, Chelsea!
Andreas Christensen, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. And we're going to see Ross Barkley in a moment. He's been the forgotten man in so many ways at Chelsea. You'd probably say the same about Ruben Loftus-Cheek, who's down there as well. So he's trying everything tonight. Thomas Tuchel, Glenn.
Yeah, he's hoping for a little a hero coming from somewhere. But they're too safe in their passing. They play at the moment, Chelsea. They've got to take a risk.
Go on, to the door!
Gets away from Alexandro, crosses into
Lukaku,
headed away by the omnipresent Leonardo Bonucci. Kovacic. This time it's Delict in the air. Rabiot. Good block by Christensen. Hudson-Odoi.
Well, Hudson-Odoi put in the box!
Lukaku. It's into
Lukaku!
Who got there ahead of the defender.
Lukaku!
Yeah, it's better from Chelsea down this right-hand side.
Here comes the change then, Glenn. Ross Barkley for Andreas Christensen.
Well, that means he's probably going into a 4, but that goes to right back, I think.
It's the 5th Englishman sent on tonight by Thomas Tuchel.
Is it really?
Yeah. Rabiot's got a problem. He sat down for Juventus, so at the moment they're down to 10.
Good challenge, Silva!
Rabiot's now decided to get up again, so there wasn't a great deal wrong with it. Loftus-Cheek to Barkley and back again. 15 minutes.
Go on, Chelsea! Go on, Chelsea! Go on, Chelsea! Go on, Chelsea! Go on, Chelsea!
You're going to see Weston McKennie for Juventus. Probably for Rabiot, you'd suspect. Chalobah. Good ball in towards Lukaku, but played well by Szczesny, who's been rock solid when the crosses have come in tonight.
Yeah, he's dealt with everything that's come in, but it's been in his favour, to be honest. There's not enough pace on the ball at times. This is the chance Lukaku had. He hasn't had many opportunities, has he, tonight? But he might have thought there, he might have got it on target at least, but couldn't steer it in that bottom corner.
Well, it's going to be a double change here for Juventus, so Rabiot replaced by McKennie, and Chiesa, the goal scorer, is going to make way for Moise Kean, Glenn. Listen to the ovation for Federico Chiesa.
He's been brilliant. He's been brilliant tonight. Even first half when they're under the cosh, he was the one that was getting in behind. He was the one that was forcing any sort of offensive play against Chelsea. So he deserves that little bit of a rest, and certainly deserves that applause from the crowd.
So the man who might well be the match winner has been replaced by Moise Kean. I think they're just sharing a joke about the one that Bernardeschi missed as well. And don't forget to join us on that Saturday morning, 11:30, Manchester United against Everton in the Premier League. And on Saturday the 9th of October, Tyson Fury against Deontay Wilder for the 3rd time, and you can see that on BT Sport box office. This competition is always box office. We've had 2 fantastic nights in the Champions League, and there's work for Chelsea to do with 13 minutes to go. Big smile on the face of Chiesa as it stands. On by Kulusevski. Keane challenging Thiago Silva. That's
well done, Thiago!
Yeah, just a little nudge there, wasn't it, from Keane, but who's going to open the door for Chelsea? Someone's just going to play that, wrist ball. They're going to have runners in behind as well. They're just finding it hard to get down the back at the moment.
Been happy to defend so deep all night. Juventus, and then the likes of Bonucci can step in situations like that. Locatelli launches the ball forward, Rudiger wins his header, Chilwell plays it to Thiago Silva.
Come on, Chels!
Kovacic, Barkley. Chalabar onto Hudson-Odoi. Bonucci wins another header, the offside flag up against Chelsea anyway. So clever, isn't he, Bonucci?
Yeah. He reads the game so well, doesn't he? That experience, repetition of time after time over the years, similar things happening. You just read the game; it becomes easy. Your legs go, but the game becomes easier as you get older.
Bentancur dispossessed by Havertz. Here's a chance for Barkley to
Watch
run.
out!
Good defending by Danilo, and then tried to buy
Get up!
which didn't come. Chilwell. He's chested it down back there now, Bonucci. Lost it now though. Loftus-Cheek. Kulusevski happy to help, and then Bentancur away to Keane.
Go on, Silva! Go on, Silva! Have him!
Keane running at Thiago Silva. Weston McKennie. Good challenge, Rudiger. Kulusevski. Hudson-Odoi working back for Chelsea. Alexandra. Kulusevski. Keane looking to turn. And Ross Barkley in the right place at the right time.
Barkley!
Kovacic can bring it forward for the Blues of Chelsea. Great run, Kovacic.
Lukaku!
Havertz waiting in the middle. The black and white shirt streaming back. And it wasn't a good enough ball in by Romelu Lukaku.
Chelsea! Go on, Chelsea!
Barkley. Thomas Tuchel's furious down below us, gesticulating and shouting. Here's Kovacic, Havertz, Bonucci there again.
Come on, Charles!
Barkley.
Boy, Hudson-Odoi!
Callum Hudson-Odoi. Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
Hudson-Odoi!
Back for Juventus.
Loftus-Cheek! Aye!
Kulusevski was there. Loftus-Cheek went down. Here's a chance. Brilliant block.
How's that not a pen?
Locatelli on Kovacic.
I want to block
81 minutes! Just about 81 minutes play, folks. And we're piling on the pressure now.
This is a group game, isn't it, Glenn? Not the second leg of a semi-final.
Seems that way, doesn't it?
Well, Juventus is certainly going about it like that.
Yeah. It's ironic, it's a massive game, it's a Champions League game, but I'm looking at 5 players out there for Chelsea who are trying to get a result, but they're also trying to impress their manager for a longer term scenario, which is crazy really. But there's probably 4 or 5 that feel that they don't feel at home at the moment in the blue shirt. Now,
Well, boys!
get something out of this game, massive
Press!
Barkley trying to move away from McKennie.
Lukaku! Oh!
Bonucci got across there and did enough, but that's a good opportunity for Romelu Lukaku in a game like this.
Oh my God, I thought that was the
The
moment.
best chance they've had. Barkley does well, he sort of gets in there, plays the ball into feet really, but Lukaku lets him run across his body.
Still
He's got
time, still time!
Cleverer than that, maybe dink the keeper. He's there in a fabulous position, a little dink, but good defending again, pressure from Bonucci. He just leans back, technically there, just leaning back, you see there, just as it was developing, the little dink might have just took the goalie out of the game.
Disappointment on the faces of the Chelsea supporters and Mr. Experience, Mr. Juventus, coming on to try and see them over the line. Bentancur replaced by Giorgio Chiellini. 37 years old, his 540th game for the club. Now his 74th appearance in the Champions League. The Italian captain from the summer, all the experience in the world.
Yeah, and they make a back three, a solid back three. Delit's got on the right side of Bonucci. Danilo out on the right as a wing back really, and Quadrado's dropping in there as well, making a 6.
Between the pair of them, Glenn, Bonucci and Chiellini have been here for 27 years and played almost 1,000 games.
Incredible.
6.5 minutes to go. Juventus hanging on. That's the first time they've managed to get Lukaku in the kind of situation when he could spin away from Bonucci. Kovacic. Barkley. Thiago Silva. Hudson-Odoi.
Come on, lad, come on! Come on, Chelsea!
Crosses in there, but there's Chelsea players in there standing still. I think someone like Havertz has got to hold his run a little bit and arrive in the box. They're just standing up against Juventus defenders at the moment.
Someone in Brugge, head onto this ball!
Chilwell's corner, Rudiger the target, Havertz was jumping as well, McKennie challenged.
Oh, lucky Lukaku!
Great for the receive by Wojciech Szczesny.
Yeah, he's been comfortable. Everything he's come for tonight he's taken, but he should do as well. Everything's been comfortable. It's been a bit like that for him all evening. Chelsea hasn't worked the goalkeeper at all.
Given away by Danilo as we move into the final 5 minutes in Turin. Chalobah, Havertz, Chiellini involved for the first time since coming on, but he's given away the free kick. A little bit too aggressive behind Kai Havertz, Giorgio Chiellini.
Yeah, for an experienced player like that, you don't make that foul there on the edge of the box. And he's got hold of his shirt and the referee's seen it. Havertz made the most of it as well. It's not a place to take a risk.
Come on, Charles! It's time!
A lot of pensive looks on the faces of the Chelsea players on the bench. The referee making sure the Juve wall is back far enough. It does seem a generous 10 yards that, from a Chelsea perspective. They seem a long way away there, the Juventus players, Glenn. From our vantage point here, which is probably a little bit different to the television picture, turn to the deck.
Come on, Chelsea!
I think it's just a bit wide for a shot.
Come on!
Teased in by Chilwell. Thiago Silva
on!
was attacking it. Who was in there to clear it? Chiellini. The Chelsea player said there was a handball in there.
Handball!
And I think it's Rudiger who's playing it. There's a little dink ball in. See what happens there when he touches it.
They might have been claiming that Chiellini was pulling the shirt of Loftus-Cheek in actual fact.
Nothing new there then.
Come on, Chelsea! Go 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 on, Chelsea!
It's being checked by VAR.
Potential penalty check!
Team tonight.
Potential penalty off!
And it's been looked at and they've decided there's nothing doing. So a corner for Chelsea, which is taken by Chilwell and glanced away by Danilo. Is an important header in there by Danilo.
Come on, it's the door! Straight in the box!
Manages to
Havertz!
Heads it over. It's a free header to all intents and purposes for Kai Havertz.
It was an earlier ball that was put in by Hudson-Odoi. There's the handball. It did hit the back of his arm, but my word, but there's no chance. And there's the chance. Havertz just trying to glance it, put it in that bottom corner, in the far corner, tries to get his neck round the ball and put it in that bottom corner, but it wasn't to be. It was half a chance that, because he wasn't marked.
Juventus inching nearer the finish line. Allegri calls for calm. He'll know the significance. There's Dybala and Morata both missing tonight. We think that Dybala's going to be back a little bit sooner than Alvaro Morata, but he'll be aware tonight, Allegri, if they can get themselves the 1-0 win here, what it can mean for the development of this team under him second time around.
Well, yes, of course, without those two players that we've just seen in shot as well, which will give him a lot of encouragement. But this is the template for their season now. They've got to make sure they put this effort in every single game.
We've got back-to-back games against Zenit St Petersburg. After this on match day 3 and match day 4, it's home and away for Chelsea against Malmo. But you're in derby this weekend as well, Juventus, which they're all talking about in the city. Yellow card for Quadrado for time wasting.
Well done, ref! But what finally did some getting booked or something for doing something right or wrong?
Keane trying to hold off Havertz. It's going to be a Juventus ball. Kulusevski just run out of room. It's going to be a Chelsea goal.
Well, Chelsea!
Time is running out for them. We're about to find out how much additional time there's going to be.
Don't mess around the back, just keep going! Fight to the end, boys!
The door is on Locatelli in pursuit. Havertz.
Oh, have it!
Moise Keane back to Alexandro and then Locatelli. Given away though by the Italian international. It's a Juventus throw-in. 5 minutes, Glenn, to be added on.
5 minutes at the end of the game, folks. 5 minutes.
Juventus, they won't hang on if they keep trying to play little 1-2s down there, level with their 18-yard box. It's just the time just to clear your lines, turn Chelsea round. So still since Chelsea, there's a chance or two left in this 5 minutes, I'm sure.
Go on, Chelsea! Go on, Chelsea! Go on, Chelsea! Go on, Chelsea!
Chilwell.
Hey, Chelsea, don't pick my birthday in future, because you might actually win.
Whistles from the Juventus
Fucking
supporters.
hell, you weren't on the bed!
Ross Barkley in
Did you,
possession
Jack?
for Chelsea.
What? You weren't on the bed?
Yeah.
Come on!
Away from
Go in the
Quadrado,
box!
delivers the ball in and that's
Oh, for God's
left in the
sake!
end by Chesney.
And that might just be it. Ah!
There's a lot of high-fiving going on back there. Chiellini involved, Bonucci, lots of encouragement for the goalkeeper.
And the one thing you've got to say, Barkley there went for pace. At least he put some pace on the cross. He might have just got a little bit caught in 2 minds whether to go for that top corner or put it in for a header, but it's now or never for Chelsea.
Header powered forward by Chalobah. If you were giving a man of the match tonight, which obviously you don't have to do, but the captain of Juventus, Leonardo Bonucci, must be right at the top of the list.
Well, I think he is in most games. I love him over the years. He's fantastic on the ball as well as his defending, but I think you just give it to Chiesa. He played in the first half as well.
Locatelli into the challenge. Final 3 minutes of additional time. Chilwell challenged over there by Danilo, cleared away by Rudiger, only to Manuel Locatelli. Bonucci. Turned around the corner by Quadrado to McKennie. And then intercepted by Ben Chilwell for Chelsea.
What?
Terry.
Oh, there's none left.
None left. Is there line there?
years old.
Quadrado claiming the injury. Antonio Rudiger doesn't believe him.
Yeah, I need one after all this because I'm not. I need.
Less than 2 minutes for Chelsea to do something about this. Lukaku
Go on!
just seemed to get his foot caught in the turf there. He linked and couldn't turn, and it was agonising really for Lukaku, but the ball went through to Szczesny.
Yeah, it was a difficult ball, a straight ball, and Szczesny was always going to be favourite. It was on the angle, it might have been interesting, but Chelsea running out of time.
I'll tell you what though, Glenn, for all of Chelsea's possession tonight, Szczesny's not had a
They've been
serious
absolutely
save
dying
tonight, has
today.
he?
It hasn't. They haven't
Not been
worked
good
it.
enough.
Enough for the amount of possession they've had. They haven't created
Yeah,
anything.
you have a lot of possession, but if you don't do anything with it, he's not going to get you goals. And we've not done anything with it, so. Oi!
The cheek caught there by Kulusevski. Play on because Kovacic has the ball. McKennie trying to nick it back.
Let's at least create one more chance.
Ruben Loftus-Cheek, they've got plenty forward here, Chelsea. Hudson-Odoi is one of them.
Oh,
Brilliant
now,
challenge.
this is basically it. We have to score now.
Takes so much pride in defending.
No, it's the group stage game, so if we lose, we lose.
Make sure he doesn't need any stupid.
That'll be two
away.
defeats in a week.
Chelsea. Ben Chilwell out to take the corner.
Someone in blue, head this in. Oh! That was it. That was it.
Glorious opportunity.
That was it. That's it. That's it. That was it. That's the best chance we've had all game.
Well,
And it was right at the end.
He just comes in. He comes
Not
off
been
his
good
markers,
enough.
A free header.
Not been good enough.
He's got to get that down. He really is. He's fighting hard to try and get it down, but comes off the wrong side of his head.
That's it. It's the biggest win so far under Max Allegri since he came back to Juventus. And it's proof again, you can't take anything for granted in the Champions League. The celebrations inside the stadium, Chiesa with the only goal, 11 seconds after the restart at the start of the second half. Chelsea's best opportunity fell to Lukaku, who spun away from Bonucci and couldn't finish. And Havertz had 2 late headers, which he couldn't convert. Chelsea lose back-to-back games for just the second time under Thomas Tuchel. But this could mean so much to Juventus and their development under Max Allegri's second time around. Chelsea beaten in the Champions League group stage. It's finished Juventus 1. Chelsea.
We tried, but we just couldn't break. We could just break him down.
Gentlemen, yes, all the headlines here in the UK will be about Chelsea, but don't underestimate what a huge result that is for Allegri and Juve. Allegri against Tuchel for the first time. The Juve manager comes out on top, and after a difficult start to the season, a squad who are being rebuilt, a squad who've lost Ronaldo, have gone and beaten Chelsea.
Hope you guys have enjoyed Chelsea. Nil, Juventus 1. Yeah, not good enough.
Not only that, Kenny,
Like,
in 180
sub,
minutes of
subscribe, hit the button, notification, hit the buzz. I'll see you guys on
Thursday.
Thursday. We'll have a stream tomorrow.